past the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Following the fumble recovery, Shaw got his man complete over the middle. It's Townsend. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Shaw. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Roberts on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Weber. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Hancock. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, it's Sims. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. On first down, Shaw checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Shaw. And he slings one that's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Shaw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they run with Sims. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels.
He gets this one complete to Bowden.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills?
Oh, pass.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. It's Weber. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. That's Weber. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On first and 10. Shaw got his man complete over the middle. It's Knight. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff. Sermon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Shaw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Looking to throw. Shaw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that's a great play for that defensive unit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball, and here is the kicks away following that fumble return.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy.
Damn, I walked away and they fumble return for a TD.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here.
No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on first down, Daniels being chased out left, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw on second down, Daniels complete, Jefferson the target, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
I just think that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the draw, this is Sims. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. How often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question, and I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down, rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, You're looking at oftentimes just being overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block it. You know, if there's two guys there to block them, they'll bring three, and that third guy will get through. So when you want to max protect there, meaning getting everyone in, your whole offensive line, your tight end, and your running backs, trying to make sure that you're never outnumbered by the defensive guys coming in.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shaw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Townsend. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Crazy game.
On 1st down, Shaw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I'd say.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to throw. Shaw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Townsend. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We start up at Ford Field. Detroit playing host to Tampa Bay. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Colts seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. The Packers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Townsend. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, Shaw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his man complete. It's Townsend. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Hancock. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. On third down, Hancock. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Weber. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run on first down. Sims. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Sims. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down now, Hancock. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Daniels. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Robbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now it's Sermon.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Shaw got his man complete over the middle. That's Robbins.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down. Shaw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Shaw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15.
Looking to throw. Shaw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of
Wow,
bounds
FG
at the
barely good.
25-yard line. To throw on 3rd down. Daniels.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On first down, Shaw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
7 yards the pickup there.
To throw on second down, Shaw.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
To the right side, this is Sermon.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Shaw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, Daniels.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Daniels. He's got Green.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
throwing on first down. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means that
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Looking to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Vikings send out their punter.
It's a good game.
On here to punt it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Shaw over the middle, complete. It's Townsend.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Shaw firing quickly here, and that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Godfrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Godfrey on the carry. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run. Here's Sermon. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Back to throw.
Shaw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that's complete to Bowden. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 24.
And the Bears are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here.
Nice pick.
Really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Chicago, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7.
Thanks, gotta run more LOL.
Next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Goodwin. Daniels scares me when he rolls out. Thanks.